All right, we're gonna do some overhead on a piece of plate in our brand new Slickman Wilbros FR super heavy shirt. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our metal and we're gonna get it ready. Let's go ahead and mark this with our square. Yeah, that's clean. Important to remember when you're using a cutting torch that you want to have 2 points of contact. I always like to be touching two things with my forearm and my torching hand. And those are some clean cuts. Let's go ahead and put a bevel on them. All right, that's what we look like before we tack it. About a 1/8 inch gap, about a nickel size landing. So this is what our setup looks like. I got it hung up over this table. We're gonna be welding it upside down. And see, we're gonna be going at it with an 1/8 inch 6010. And since I don't have a person working my heat, I'm either gonna run in there and drag it or I'm gonna step it depending on what it's telling me to do. That way I limit my stops and starts. That's what that root looks like. Thing is in there. I just brushed it out for the sake of brushing it out. Now it's important to remember when you're welding overhead, you gotta have your rod angle straight at it. Now all I'm gonna do is step it up in there. That's all I'm doing. And that's what that hot pass looks like. And it's important to remember, every time I'm stepping, it looks like hell, but you gotta wait for that puddle to fill up all that undercut. You always gotta wait for that puddle to fill it up. There's that second pass, and I'm going ahead and stripping it, because it's for them beginner welders. You gotta remember, you're fighting against gravity, so the middle of your puddle is gonna wanna hang, so you really gotta scoot. So you wanna time that just right to where it doesn't sag too much in the middle. Now I'm gonna go ahead and run one down this side. And we're about at 115 amps. All right, so now we got her plumb full. I want you to notice something. I left them walls on that bevel. I left it all a little below full because I need to see where I'm going when I start capping. And remember, the ripple's always in the pause. It's always the pause. You gotta be watching that puddle catch up. Got that last cap on there. Let's see what she looks like right side up. Damn. So that's not bad for overhead. No overcut, evenly spaced ripples. All that is taking your time and waiting on the puddle. If you could do that with an 8010, 6010, you could do that with 7018, because all you gotta do is drag it. It's super easy. Hello.